time to take a look at our starting lineup for today's match, starting with Lake Power. Number 1, Finley Harry. Number 6, Evie Bogdack. Number 8, Ashton Pack. Number 10, the captain, Olivia Mara. Number 11, Natasha Reed. Number 12, Indiana Hardisky. Number 14, Lauren Brown. Number 15, Michaela Elford. Number 38, Hayley Crowley. Number 39, Hayley Dawson. Number 99, Emily Franklin. And the substitutes, number 2, Dave Slack-Smith. And number 13, Gemma Murphy-Waters. They are coached by Craig Bulmer. And for Macleay Valley, number 2, Heidi Cameron. Number 3, Shirley Coleman. Number 4, Madison Stockman. Number 5, Shannon Day. Number 6, Lisa Marie Moore. Number 8, Kira Moore. Number 10, Rory Ballard. Number 13, Isabella Stratton. Number 14, Ellie Spurgeon. Number 22, Charlie Coleman. And number 26, and the captain, Kirsten Moore. The substitutes, number 7, Anna Stanley. And number 16, Courtney Moore. They're coached by Mick Day. And our match officials for this afternoon, assistant referees Aidan Laird and Stephen Gatt, and referee Drew Silver. Now it's time to welcome our team to the pitch for the UNE Northern New South Wales Regional Super League Women's Grand Finals. Lake Power FC and the Macleay Valley Rangers.
First ever UNE Regional Super League Women's Champions are about to be decided. Kick-off just a couple of minutes away here at Scully Park. Good afternoon from myself, Daniel Herrero, your commentator this afternoon. Two big games, our grand finals. The women's coming up. It's Lake Cat FC versus the Macleay Valley Rangers. And then this evening in the men's, the Northern Storm versus the Port Saints. We've just had the coin toss. It looks like it was the first victory to Lake Cat and Olivia Mara. Just finishing off the formalities now. We're about to swap sides as well. Both of these teams with big victories yesterday in their respective semi-finals. Lake Cat putting 4 unanswered goals past Oxley Vale Latunga. And then Macleay Valley bettered that against the local side, Tamworth FC. They got up 6-0 in that one. So comprehensive victories for both teams. Definitely good for their places in the grand final. But now something's got to give. Teams lining up essentially as they were yesterday. Of course, Lake Cat though, in their predominantly navy kit today. Macleay Valley in their predominantly white with the blue checks on it. And it is Lake Cat who will kick us off. Mara standing alone in the centre of the pitch, about to get things going. And here we go in the women's final in the UNE Regional Super League. It's Lake Cat trying to launch an early attack, but it's Rangers now. It's thumped clear. It's going to be a game of chase. Initially Spurgeon at right back again for Macleay Valley, and just dropped something already. Then Moran. Elford now, and across to Brown. Crowell tries to cut inside and just tries to prod it ahead for the benefit of Hardesty, but couldn't sneak it through. Ballard strong in the challenge there, does concede the throw. As Rory Ballard ran amok for Macleay Valley just over 24 hours ago. She scored 5 in that game. It was Shannon Day that scored the opener. I guess Day can claim that she made all the difference, swung the momentum. I think they'll take it either way. Here, trying to sneak through here. This is Shelby Coleman, and Ballard is almost in behind. She's in a bit of a battle there. Hayley Crowell at left back for Lake Cat-Eye. Now Bobolak hemmed in here near her own corner flag, gets it out, but at the expense of a turnover to Shelby Coleman, who hits the deck as well in the area. I don't think there was too much in it, but she might have taken a knock to the head, and that's why we'll get the stoppage pretty quickly. Hopefully nothing too serious. She may wake up with a headache tomorrow morning. Finlay Harry with the gloves on for Lake Cat-Eye again, as we've come to expect. That one is allowed to bounce, and it's Lisa Marie Morn at left back who's going to take the throw. A line today. Now Kira Morn turns it over to her opposite number in Paff. Lake Cat-Eye another break quickly though. Ballard, a slightly heavy touch, gives it up. Spurgeon is in there to win it back, but then Mara for Lake Cat-Eye. Now they'll try and break quickly. Wise to it though was Morn. Shelby Coleman to Moran. Square to Spurgeon. High press comes in and Mara wins it back in a good position for Lake Cat-Eye. She got support out on her right. She can get it out to Kaylee Dawson. Oh, and Dawson's first touch just actually took her into traffic. Madison Stockham was there to save the day for the Rangers. But they can't get out at the moment. That's not a bad ball in either. If Mara can get on the end of it, she'll do well to even keep it in. She might have done enough to earn a corner, and she has. So the first corner of the game will go to the Raiders as opposed to the Rangers. Of course, once again, conditions will be a talking point. We're later in the day than the two women's games yesterday, but it is muggy. Might get wet at some point. Comes into traffic. Was knotted out originally by Tamblin and then glazed over by Elford. Just had to catch it on an awkward bounce and she was unbalanced. The sky does just have that menacing look about it. The women might escape it, maybe not so much the men. Their final kicking off at 6 p.m. Of course, live on Northern New South Wales Football's YouTube as well. As we decide our winners of the inaugural UNE Regional Super League. Ballard on the end of that clearance. Day tries to fashion something, but Brown makes the intervention. And again, she tries to release Hardesty. Spurgeon happy to watch that one roll over the sideline. Tamblin nods it on to Charlie Coleman. Franklin now for the Raiders. And she tries to release Dawson. And Dawson's able to run onto it. She's got two waiting central. Mara left it behind. It might have worked out all right. Shot comes in from Paff, and it's just wrong side of the post. Inside here with Bobolak, back to Elford. Now Brown. Crowell. Trying to use all the width of Scully Park. Crowell does run onto that one eventually. They got into slight muddle, but they got out of it. Lisa Marie Morn puts a foot into it. Coleman now to help it's on its way. Rouge got an awkward bounce. Day. Elford makes the tackle. Mara comes to collect and tries to slide Dawson in behind. Stockham makes good use of the body. Even gets the throw for the Rangers. Throw is short to Kira Morn. Bobolak now for Lake Caddo. Square for Mara. Rouge. Alford square for Brown. Crowell. Hardesty. Tamblin makes the tackle. Coleman almost could have rolled her marker there. Goes back to Spurgeon instead. I'll have a second crack at this, or it's going to be a free kick. I think handball's the call there. Hardesty, Bobolak, Rouge. Rouge has got a little bit of space to run into. She's got 4 options ahead of her. Just tries to drop it in the area and it almost falls favourably for Hardesty. Stretton's out to meet it. Scuffs the clearance. Bobolak. Almost had Mara in there, just a step away from it. It's more simple for Stretton to come and collect. Ballard controls it well. She's just blocked there though, so looking back to Spurgeon. She finds a passing lane now. Coleman. Charlie to Shelby Coleman, that is. Rouge and Franklin. Interesting, it looks like there might be a slight contrast in shape. Lake Caddo may be playing with 2 6s and Clay Valley playing with 2 8s. Mara drops in to make the link. This is Crowell, the left back. He's more, I beg your pardon, that was Pat, who is 8 by number and by nature in this formation. Rouge. Brown was put under a little bit of pressure there. Plays out of it with aplomb. Bobolak. Nowhere to go. They are really looking to Crowell a lot to try and stretch this pitch. I've turned it over cheaply now. Tamblin runs onto it. Tries to find Day and Elford is out. Strong over the ball. Might have left something in that on that. Shannon Day as well, not suggesting there was any malice. It's just a firm ball and all challenge. Rouge takes the space that she's offered and then Morn tries to close it down. Rolls it to Franklin now. Franklin has Crowell out there. Just goes square. Hardesty. Stretton does well to hold it. I think it was just going to go wide of the post, but she had to make sure. trying to force it down the line. She spotted Mara. Moran did well enough in defence. Now Hardesty nipped off her by Tamblin. Brown will go all the way back to her keeper, Harry, who's played it out under pressure of the press from Day. Now Ballard. Nice turn from Ballard. Can she get a shot away here? She's shown some fancy footwork. Ballard. Good stop from Harry. Ballard had done so well to beat a couple of defenders, but couldn't beat the keeper. Now they'll try and recycle here through Shelby Coleman. She tries to release Ballard again. And Harry out to snaffle that one too. Of course, Macleay Valley did prevail by half a dozen yesterday, but it took them until the 32nd minute to actually open the scoring. That was courtesy of Shannon Day. And even then, that was the only goal of the opening half. It was a slightly different case for Lake Caddo. They'd already had a couple of goals by now. 3 before the break and 1 in the second half. Shelby Coleman, Franklin. Elford to Brown. Interesting, the left and right backs are swapped for Lake Caddo. We see Rouge on the ball at left back now. And they've sent Crowell out to the other side. So there's Rouge now taking the shy. Spurgeon prods it to Tamblin. Just sells the pass short. Path. Bobolak. There is Crowell. She whips one in. Hardesty in the area. They close down on her quickly. Ballard now. So good with her feet, Ballard, in tight spaces. Just left wrong-footed by the pass there, but Rangers still in possession. Now they've given it up. Franklin gives it the heave-ho. Mara nods it on Dawson. Edge of the area. Tries to hook it back. And again, but Stockham was in the way. Path. Tamblin. Mara. Path Half back to Crale. Mara is just dropping in a little bit deeper of late to try and make the link. Bobolak playing in that pivot position for Lake Cadite. Elford goes on a little bit of a run here. Franklin back to Brown. Out to Rouge. Rouge, it's a fortuitous rebound for Rouge. Shot not enough to trouble Stretton from there. Now Ballard tries to put Day onto a run. Should get a throw in instead. So we're a bit of a way to go, but if we are level at 90 minutes, we will go straight to kicks from the penalty spot. Elford gets a touch on that, an important touch at that. Now Bobolak, Crowell. Crowell gets to stretch her legs here and then tries to put Mara through. And Moran was onto it. Crowell might get a second go here. Path goes very deep, and in fact she's picked out Shannon Day, who hits the deck. No foul. Coleman looking to slide Ballard through. Now Rouge. Franklin. Mara. Got space out there. There's Crowell. Getting into a more advanced position now is Crowell. Solid was Morn, but Crowell came up with it again. Mara back to Bobolak. They retreat to their centre halves. How's Ballard? That's a free kick. I just want to double check which way it's gone. Ballard's been done for the initial push. Tamblin heads clear. Day goes down. Clipped by Elford. So another free kick, this time going the way of Macleay Valley. Elford out to make the free kick. Crowell keeps it in play. Just. Bobolak. Tells Rouge to get on her bike. She's got Hardesty ahead of her, although the passing lane's been closed down now, so it goes back to Brown. And goes the aerial route. Moran. Rouge can't get it past Tamblin. Tamblin. I think Ballard thought she was offside. She might have been on by the time that got played through. I think she would have been caught flat-footed anyway. Hardesty. Mara to Hardesty again. Coleman goes down, and there was a little push in there. Hardesty again. Fouls are starting to mount up now. The flow's just come out of this game in the last few minutes. And he's a couple committed by Rory Ballard in the space of those few minutes as well. What can Bobolak deliver here? It's going to be a difficult one. Hardesty coming to reach for it. And we are going to have a drinks break. Back we go after everyone's had a chance to have a little spell. Bobolak, Path, slightly heavy touch, just gave Shelby Coleman the chance. Hardesty. Taking on Spurgeon. Hardesty, can she hook one over? Get a corner. And it should be Bobolak who will be charged with hooking one over. Drops on the spot and Hardesty almost just with the flick put it in the top corner. Ballard brings it down. Turn over here to Paff. Mara slides Paff in. It's a nice little touch. Paff, what can she do here? There's the tackle from Moran. And another corner to Lake Cat-Eye. Blake again goes a bit deeper this time. Elford had to reach for it. Now she's in a race with Kira Morn. Elford comes up with it. Needs an outlet though. And offside was Dawson. Here's Kira Morn again. Just giving Lisa Marie Morn a bit of work to do there. Stockham rather clears only as far as Franklin, and now Day turning and looking for somewhere to go. Brown makes an important intervention to release Dawson, who's put it behind Path. Tamblin, Morn, Tamblin again, Bobolak. Now Franklin had to Crowell. Crowell taking the real estate. She's been offered into the area is Crowell, and the cross just evades her teammates. Now Ballard. She take him on, Ballard. She might. She is, but weight of numbers favours the Raiders. Bobolak keeps it in play. Spurgeon to Day. Coleman. It's a nice ball inside. This is Shelby Coleman. Tries to slide Morn through. Kira Morn. Goes down, no whistle. The question was asked. Referee unmoved. Nara back to goal. Franklin is the outlet. Brown goes all the way back to Harry. Elford. Good press from Day. Oh, but Elford finds, oh, it was almost a very good ball, just a little bit too vertical for Crowell. If you're Clay Valley, you'll say you've won that battle. As for the wall, well, no one's winning that one at the moment. Still waiting for the first goal. Said we waited until the 32nd minute for the Clay Valley to go ahead against Tamworth FC yesterday. We're nearly at that point in this game. There is Shannon Day. Lisa Marie Morn. Wall of navy blue shirts in front of her. Franklin can open things out here. She tried to get it out to Rouge. It's actually Bobolak. He says, I'll have it. Franklin again. Stockham. Going to go all the way around Hardesty and just a pinch of throw-in. Hardesty nods it on to Mara. He's going to have to hold it up here. Just dallied a little bit in defence, and Hardesty almost got through. Franklin out to Crowell. And Mara, it's a nice ball, though Mara's first touch takes her away from the area. She wins it back here, and Tamblin is there to meet the cross. Dawson. Coleman, Franklin. Franklin just drives it. Now Bobolak, similarly. Franklin, she's going on a run now, Emily Franklin. Got a few to aim at in the middle. Pass. Oh, just didn't catch the shot the way she would have liked. Ballard has had to drop a bit deeper now. Bobolak. Brown. Oh, lovely slide rule pass for Hardesty. He's got Mara waiting in the middle and can't quite get it around to her, but it will be a corner. Off Franklin Hardesty, shot blocked. Ballard clears. Crowell. Taken off her by Kira Morn. Coleman. Decides to take him on herself and try to slide Charlie Coleman in. Dawson has had to come deep. Crowell. Get back to Dawson. A nice ball through a tight space. Not the worst cross. Hardesty. Mara was just caught flat-footed. Morn, Moran, pitched off her. Here's the chance for Dawson. Right at Stretton. Still we wait for that opening goal. Rouge, Bobolak. Round to Rouge. Tamblin. Spurgeon. Stockman's under pressure here and just has to get rid of it. Franklin to take the shot herself, and it's just past the post. Well, that's as close as they've got. It was curling back, just not quickly enough. I think Caddo definitely had the better of the chances so far. At the moment, Bobolak. Foul. Bobolak continues to run. Dawson stays out of it. She may have been offside. Bobolak's doing all right here. They're queuing up in the area. Moran gets in the way of it. Prowl again. It's turned over. Charlie Coleman. Ballard. Spurgeon. Spurgeon again. Harry, who's had more to do with her feet than her hands so far. Franklin. Play through the press well this time. Bobolak shifts it. Another go here. Coleman. Shelby Coleman in firm. Day. Charlie Coleman was offside. Shelby Coleman again. I think Charlie Coleman was onside that time, but the pass didn't get through, and now we'll have a stoppage to check on the injured player. Bobolak, it stayed down. It is. Got the touch that took it away from Hardesty. Spurgeon is hemmed in here. And ran back to help, but she's given it to Franklin. Tamblin. Shelby Coleman. Good work from Shelby Coleman. Almost through to Ballard. Franklin. Paff. Tamblin. Coleman. Day. Coleman again. This is better. One-touch football from the Clay Valley. Just breaks down, but Day has come up with it again for the Rangers. And she's going to send Kira Morn on a run. Bobolak showing good pace. She shouldn't have won that ball there, Bobolak. Crowell to Paff. Tries to turn it around the corner. Lisa Marie Morn. Oh, gives it up to Mara. Can they make them pay cash here? Hardesty has turned back into the crowd of bodies, but it's ended up with Dawson wide right. Goal kick. Meets it straight to Dawson. Mara has got back to goal, but she's found Hardesty. Spurgeon strong in defence. Hardesty might get a second go here. No, Moran gets a foot in. Ballard. Day. Brown. Ballard again. Has not had as much service as she did yesterday. Has to stoop for the header. Tamblin goes to the sky. Crowell wins the header. Shakes off the challenge, and Crowell is still going. She's going to drive away into the area. Stockham was in the right place at the right time. Danger not averted yet. Now cleared by Tamblin. Anywhere will do at the moment for Macleay Valley. Couple of minutes and change to go in this opening half. Maintaining that clean sheet at the moment, but you'd have to say it's Lake Cat Eye that look more likely to score. Brown out to Rouge. There's Mara. Has to wait for it. Not going to pass the first defender. Might this time Mara. She's going to have to go on a run herself. Still Mara. She can go to goal on her own. Mara. Stretton makes the block on a tight angle. Paff was in there on the rebound. Flag goes up now. Mara was offside as the shot came in from Asher Paff. Got all a little bit frantic. Franklin. Coleman got a noggin in the way of it, I think. Bobolak. Crowell out there. That's who she rolls it to. Into Moran. Franklin back to Elford. Brown. Franklin. Hardesty. Paff. Just to fizz it out to Crowell. Dawson. Back inside. Mara, nice turn. Tries to slide Dawson in behind. Morn tracked the run. Stockham out to it as well. Alford returns it with interest. Dawson's happy to watch that dribble out for a throw, and we are into stoppage time now. We've had that drinks break. There might just be a minute added to this one. In fact, that's it. That's all we have time for in this first half. That's a stalemate after 45 minutes. We go into the break in the final, women's final of the UNE Regional Super League. It's Lake Cat Eye FC 0, Macleay Valley Rangers 0.
With Macleay Valley Rangers and Lake Cat Eye locked up at 0. While the players catch their breath and have a break, the players will be back with us shortly.
We listened to the commentary last night. That was so good, man. We just listened to it the whole time. We watched both games like 3 times. So good. It's awesome. You're doing a good job. Thanks heaps for everything, man. So good. For our team sheets, do you want me to put a bit of info next to our players' room? Do you want a bit of added stuff? Or
At UNE, we've designed study around real life. Yours. Sure, learning can happen in classrooms, but it happens outside of them too. In moments and places where things just click. On campus or online, it's where you'll find your people, your passion. The place where study actually fits your life. Because UNE puts you at the centre.
Thanks heaps for everything.
At UNE, we've designed study around real life. Yours. Sure, learning can happen in classrooms, but it happens outside of them too. In moments and places where things just click. On campus or online, it's where you'll find your people, your passion. The place where study actually fits your life. Because UNE puts you at the centre. At UNE, we've designed study around real life. Yours. Sure, learning can happen in classrooms, but it happens outside of them too. In moments and places where things just click. On campus or online, it's where you'll find your people, your passion. The place where study actually fits your life. Because UNE puts you at the centre.
Northern New South Wales Football is thrilled to announce the University of New England as the naming rights sponsor of the inaugural Regional Super League Final Series. Visit une.edu.au to apply today to start February 2026. We hope you enjoy the UNE Northern New South Wales Regional Super League Final Series. fast approaching. The Newcastle Jets memberships are on sale now. Look New South Wales football registered players 12 years and under can take advantage of the Junior Jets Pass, which is $5 to catch every home game in the season. And there are plenty of other affordable options. Visit newcastlejets.com.au for more information. Spectators must not enter or attempt to enter the field of play or playing arena without lawful authority. Any person who does not comply with the spectator code of behaviour or who otherwise causes a disturbance may be evicted from the venue and may be banned from attending future matches.
Waiting for the rest of the Macleay Valley Rangers side to retake the pitch. We're about to get the second women's final of the UNE Regional Super League. Of course, the men's final coming up this evening. That'll kick off in a couple of hours from now. Northern Storm versus the Port Saints. But we're still no closer to deciding who will lift the women's trophy. A stalemate at the break between Lake Cat IFC and the Macleay Valley Rangers, although it has been Isabella Stretton with the gloves on for Macleay Valley, who's had the more to do. He's had to make a couple of saves. Finlay Harry not being called into any serious action just yet. But no changes for Lake Cat at the break. It looks like Macleay Valley will be as they started as well as the second half starts up. Yes, there has been a slight tweak for Lake Cat during that opening stanza where they swapped sides between Natasha Rouge and Hayley Crowell, left back and right back. So Crowell nearer to us now at right back, and she might be about to get on the ball. It is her now, trying to work the tight spaces and concedes a throw. Interestingly, that looks like Lisa Marie Morn might be getting forward a little bit more in the second half. Keep an eye on that. Might be a change of formation or a change of shape or just shuffling the personnel. It start at left back, which would mean that Kira Morn might be playing a little bit deeper. Crowell to turn out, and that is Lisa Marie Morn now, who's won that initially, but Elford is in and makes a firm tackle. I see Emma Tamblin still down on the bench for Macleay Valley. No sign of where Courtney Morn is. 2 each on the bench. Of course, most of these ladies have played 90 minutes in some sticky conditions yesterday, so the legs are going to get pretty heavy by the end of this one. Skews off the foot of Bobolak, and Harry probably had the right to handle that, but doesn't take any chances with it. 90 minutes and then straight to kicks from the penalty spot if we are still level by then. We haven't had a scoreless half in any of our 4 semi-finals. Turned it over here. This is Charlie Coleman. Conceded the throwing in the end with that little ricochet. With a shy on as far as Dave Franklin now. Shelby Coleman tries to go direct to Ballard on the turn, and it's just over the bar. Oh, that was a nice effort from Ballard. It was only a half chance, but she nearly made them pay. They struggled to get her involved in the first half, Macleay Valley. It's the Raiders that have really had the run of the play, but if they can find a way to give some service to Ballard, she is a threat. Elford now coming out for Lake Cat-Eye. Franklin just helps it on its way to Dawson. Morn wins it back. Day comes to collect. Day, who scored the opener for Lake Cat-Eye against Tamworth yesterday. Franklin finds Crowell. First touch maybe not Crowell's best as she tried to get on a run. Elford is out solid as ever. Franklin now. Mara. It's a look back for support, and Crowell provides. The area now with Franklin. She's going to have to look out. Takes Mara wider than she might have liked. She's done well there to get a crossover, but Stockham is first to it. There's the big clearance. Elford, Charlie Coleman just lost that in flight. Get a throw now. Just wonder what Mick Day had to say to his troops at halftime, the Macleay Valley Rangers coach, and likewise Craig Bulmer, sitting on the Lake Cat-Eye bench. It's remarkably calm on both benches at the moment. It might start to change in 10 or so minutes. Rouge, a little bit of room here, and Ballard was on her in a flash. Moran. Ballard hold it up, but manages to get it across to Shelby Coleman, who just had to pause her run. She tries to slide Lisa Marie Morn in, but first to it was Crowell. He was able to run past her and beats Day as well, but just loses control under pressure. Kira Morn. Brown. Let's go long. Stockham takes that down beautifully, but then the sun does her good work. Franklin lets it run. Has a little run herself and tries to put Hardesty in. It wasn't the worst ball. There's a little bit of space there, edge of the area. Stretton goes quickly. Ballard wins the header and will be able to run on to this one if she can keep it in play, and she can. Ballard still going. He's got Day waiting central, and Rouge gets last touch, sees it out for a corner. The Rangers with their tails up at the moment. Just generated the momentum at the start of this second stanza. Is it going to be Ballard or is it going to be Day to take the corner, or are they going to go short? Ballard will take, and she will go short to Day, who wasn't necessarily expecting it. It's a dangerous ball over. It's over the top of Tamblin, and Morn just couldn't quite catch it properly. But that's better from the Rangers. Rouge to Franklin. Prods it to Mara. Couldn't bring it down. Mara gives chase. Rouge. Elford. Cutting in Elford. This way and that. And decided to have a go from distance. Elford to Dawson. Out to Franklin. A couple of options in front of her. Crowell. And Kira Morn. Coleman. Tamblin. Ballard. Tamblin. Ballard continued to run, but it's a solid challenge from Paff. Hardesty. Final ball just wasn't there. They might get a second chance here. That one's blocked. Crowell. Prods it into the area. Stockham out to meet it with interest. I should get the shy again, and they do. Coleman. Coleman has been felled, and a free kick. Was a little trip in there from Emily Franklin. Stockham. Morn. Coleman. Nice turn from Coleman, then rides the challenge and prods it through for Lisa Marie Morn, but Elford has the speed. They'll get the throw. Dawson turns inside, but gives it to Charlie Coleman. She's going to have to do this herself if she wants to get it done. Dawson. Kira Morn. Mara has pinched this. Can she get it away quickly? No, she has to look back, and then Bobolac almost had her pocket picked. It's come up with Shelby Coleman again. Now Day. In for Ballard. Ballard across, but there's no one on the end of that. Long, and the bounce favours Hardesty. Stockham. And no nonsense clearance. Path. First away from goal, Hardesty. Rouge. Square for Dawson. It's Franklin, in fact, I think, and it's going to be a corner. Canavy Bobolac fashion here from the dead ball. Doesn't beat Coleman. And Ballard is in to prevent them from doing anything with it, and she's been brought down. No foul is the call. Coleman. Bobolac, Morn. Morn brings it down on the chest. Half back to Rouge. Bobolac. To reach for it. Franklin. Tries to put Hardesty in behind, and she has got in behind one of them. Dawson goes down, penalty. Dawson hit the deck after contact from Kira Morn, and it'll be a spot kick for Lake Cat-Eye. Just see there Kira Morn get caught wrong side. Tamblin protesting, but it's not going to make any difference now. And it'll be Evie Bobolac from the penalty spot for a chance to open the scoring in this final in the UNE Regional Super League. Bobolac steps up and puts it away, and Lake Cat-Eye lead.
Goal scored for Lake Cat-Eye, number 6, Evie Bobolac. Next score for Lake Cat-Eye FC 1.
Waited nearly an hour. Now we have a goal to separate these two teams. What do the Rangers do here? What does Mick Day do? Still 30 minutes of football left. Still plenty of time to find that equaliser. Starting the half strongly. Now Well, they are chasing this game. Milford ricochets off Coleman. Now Rouge and Dawson. Number surging forward again for Lake Cat-Eye. Dawson tries to swing it across to Hardesty, who does get on the end of it. Hardesty, what can she do? Just run it over the byline. Riding the momentum of that goal now, though, Lake Cat-Eye Stockham going to try and run this one out of the area herself. Morn to Moran. Moran prods it through to Charlie Coleman. It's got Day giving chase and decides that over the sideline will do. Shelby Coleman, Kira Morn, Ballard. Ballard. Advantage is played here. Ballard forces her way into the area and gets a shot away. And it's straight at Finlay Harry. It was awkward. They asked for handball. I don't know. I don't think so. It looked awkward. It was awkward for Franklin, but Crowell spares the blushes. Elford to Harry. Franklin, deft touch to Bobolak. And whips it across in the direction of Hardesty. Spurgeon gets there first, but they give it up, and now gets there first. Tamblin. She's going to keep going here. Hardesty versus Spurgeon. And Mara. Back to Hardesty. Just let it roll when Paff was on a run. Bobolak. Franklin. Morn to Tamblin. To Shelby Coleman. Charlie Coleman. She wants to step offside. And it'll come back. Rouge under pressure. Ballard was on her in a flash. She's lost track of it there, but she'll get a free kick. In trouble. She's probably the most dangerous attacking weapon for the Rangers. Is Rory Ballard. Playing the wall for a free kick from that range is interesting. Ballard charged with delivering it. Floats it into the area and it's spilt by Harry. Snaps it up on the second attempt. Coleman, Tamblin. Ahead of Spurgeon, Moran. Tamblin again. Spurgeon, Tamblin. Moran. Boblack throws herself into that challenge. It was kind of crook-looking throw, but they get away with it. Ballard will try and make this all happen herself. She gives away the free kick. Spurgeon comes. Coleman, Ballard, Day. Day's tripped as well, and we do get the free kick. I was waiting to see if advantage might be played, but no. Referee decides to pull it up. Tamblin on free kick duty this time. 5 in the area for the Rangers. Caddo with 1 spare plus the keeper. They might push a few more up in Rangers, but anyway, Tamblin gets it wide of the target. If indeed that was the target. Shelby Coleman. Milford makes the clearance, not it back in. Shelby Coleman again, back to goal. Boblack, Franklin. He's come back to try and harry her, but she manages to get it to Path. First touch takes her back to a more defensive posture, and Stockham now to meet that. Tamblin, Stockham. Ballard is through here. Rory Ballard, just chips it wide. That might have been her best chance so far. And with that, we'll get a drinks break. It's Lake Caddo FC 1 leading the Clay Valley Rangers 0. Well, it's very much like a final quarter now after the second half drinks break. And a quarter, well, 20 minutes and change, where the Clay Valley need to find a goal if they want to be crowned the inaugural Women's UNE Regional Super League champions. Because right now it's Lake Caddo with one hand on that trophy. But what can Shelby Coleman have to say about that? She goes to ground. Kieran Morn gives up the throw. Still haven't seen any substitutions just yet. Talbot slid in and lucky she didn't make contact. Franklin has continued the run. She almost got it through to Mara. And Moran. First two there. Crowell. He's back at her. Moran. Solid challenge. Oh, it went unconventional. Coleman. Still Shelby Coleman. Now Ballard. Brought down by Elford, and a free kick, and there's not be much in it. Just notable during that drinks break, we did see Olivia Mara getting a little bit of treatment on like a hamstring. Getting that needed out seam too, probably the lactic acid build up. Like we said, it has been a muggy old weekend in Tamworth. And the temperature has dropped since we kicked off. We said we could get a spring storm later. Free kick comes in off the head of Brown. When chasing, but Rouge gets to it first. She's trying to release Mara. She showed a turn of speed, but it was body position that favoured Spurgeon. And now the ladies in white will get the throw. Long throw all the way through to Harry, who opted not to try and pick it up. Rouge couldn't quite keep it in. What she was thinking there, it quite clearly came off ahead of one of her teammates. And in any case, it wasn't a pass. What can the long throw do this time? They're more assured through Bobolak, and they're able to run it out. They've turned it over now. Shelby Coleman. Ballard might get to this one first. No. Great goalkeeping from Harry. There's a body into it. Ballard is still dangerous. Hardesty. This could be dangerous for Macleay Valley. And Moran is there. And they're short at the back. Rouge. Brown. Ballard is still down, and that's why we have the stoppage now. She stayed down. And this is a really big concern now for the Rangers. Because if they are going to get back into this and get back on level terms, it's most likely that it would be Ballard who does it. She's going to walk off at the moment. Well, she'll have to walk off, at least momentarily. Might just be the magic spray around that right ankle. We're about to get going. Technically, she hasn't left the pitch yet, so this will be interesting. Franklin. Bobolak. Path. Got Rouge making the run on that left flank, and that is Rouge. Hardesty's dropped back in. Mara is in a more advanced position. Mara on it now. She's hemmed in. Back to Hardesty. Looks back to Bobolak. Elford. Ballard back on the pitch, not moving freely. Elford floats it just past the post. Coleman. Shelby Coleman goes down and gets the free kick. Hardesty. Hardesty just going to try and burn Spurgeon for pace, and she has, and she goes past Moran as well. They're queuing up in the area now, but she can't get it past Tamblin. Franklin. Coleman has come up with that one in the end. He's trying to release Ballard. It is Rory Ballard who gets onto the end of that ball and just goes direct for goal, and it didn't miss that near post by a whole lot. They are going to have to start taking chances like that, the Rangers. Into the final quarter of an hour, maybe. I say maybe because could go on to penalties if Macleay Valley do find a goal. Stockham. Now giving it up. Dawson. Can they hit them now? Mara just had to pull it back. Pav couldn't bring it in. Morn is there to get rid of it. Hardesty. Ballard. Charlie Coleman. They need Ballard up the other end now. This is Shelby Coleman. Tamblin. Franklin blocks the pass. Bobolak. Paff. Mara's making the run here. It's going to go a little wider. Stockham gets the touch, and maybe Mara got the final touch. She must have. It's going to be a goal kick. Dawson. Paff. Franklin. Bobolak. Franklin again. Looking for a way through, although Franklin's trying to hit it from a long way out. Day has dropped back into a defensive midfield position. Franklin brings it down well. Crowell. Goes long, straight to her opposite centre half in Stockham. Moran back to Stockham, turned over again. Kira Morn is there. Tamblin. Offside ahead of her. And flag is up pretty quickly for Shelby Coleman. He's getting the magic spray as well as we wait for this ball to be put back in play. Final 10 minutes of this one, plus stoppages. And it's a goal from 12 yards out from Evie Bobolak that separates these two sides at the moment. Might be handball. That one has been spotted by the assistant on this side. And Tamblin is being told to take it back to the spot. free kick for Shelby Coleman. Day prods it through, but Brown got in the way of it. Day again. Dawson. To Mara. She must have come from an offside position. They try and go quickly. They're looking for Lisa Marie Moore, but she looks almost out on her feet at the moment. She could have played all 90 minutes yesterday. So by the end of this, she probably will have played 3 hours of football. Still haven't seen a change for either of these sides, actually. Day tried to flick it through. Now Franklin, they close down on it, but she manages to sneak it through to Dawson. Now they've turned it over with Tamblin. Rouge out to break up that attack. Now Hardesty, she's still got a bit of pace on her. Mara in advanced position, but she's alone. She's got support coming now. Lovely ball through to Paffers in the area now. Stocker makes a last-ditch tackle. It's across to Franklin. Gets inside one, and the defensive cover comes across. It was Day who got back there. Keeps McLeay in it for now. Paff. Franklin. Bobolak. No way through there, but Bobolak will be able to recycle. She goes back to Rouge. Moran has gone from centre back up to lead the press. She's the energizer bunny at the moment. Brown just bombs it long. Goes long, met by Paff, slightly awkward. Charlie Coleman to Shelby Coleman. And this is Bella's chance now. She's gone down. All good, says the referee. Here he comes to collect. Comes with a little push as well from Mara. This is Dawson. Another free kick is given. Little push from Tamblin. Sticking with the header. Charlie Coleman and Tamblin, they got in each other's way. Tamblin comes up with it, but now has given it up to Dawson. They're a couple ahead of her. She shifts it to Hardesty. Back to Paff. Paff to Mara. Trying to turn inside. Not a bad ball for Hardesty, but they've just done enough to disturb her. And see off that attack. You can see the Northern Storm boys walking down the tunnel at the moment. They'll be getting ready for the men's final, which is coming up at 6 p.m. They're taking on the Port Saints. We'll be live on Northern New South Wales Football YouTube as well. But in front of us, Lake Cat-Eye are 5 minutes and stoppages away from becoming the inaugural women's champions in the UNE Regional Super League. Just need to protect this lead for 5 minutes and a little bit more. Mara, can they add to the lead maybe? She's got 3 inside. She's also got Crowell outside as well. She goes square. Bobolak comes from the base of the midfield. Around the corner to Rouge. Path. Tamblin got a touch, but it does make its way out to Dawson. Makes its way out to Crowell, rather. That's Franklin, who tries to float one in towards Hardesty, and Spilts. Stretton mops up for her own error. Ballard nods it on, but only as far as Crowell. Milford. Stockham. Coleman. And they've turned it over, and they might try and release Dawson here. But Stretton is out and gets first to the football. Tamblin. Ballard. Ballard will get a second go at this. Lisa Marie Morn is the outlet. Milford. She take to the corner flag? No, she puts it out for a throw-in. Moran seems to be leading the line now. Mara. Bobolak. Modesty was on a run, but she couldn't get there, and now she's being forced out wide. She's managed to turn back inside. Almost got it on a string. Oh, almost for Moran. She's still trying to win it. Rouge under a bit of pressure here. Turns back in. Tamblin. Ballard. Still Ballard, strong over the ball. And gets the ball across. Moran has to give chase. Can she keep it in play? She does. Gets it back to Spurgeon. But Spurgeon's been tackled by Hardesty. They'll get a throw for it. Rangers not done yet, but they're still chasing. Now Hardesty. She's got Dawson bursting through on her right. It's Mara, rather. Now Franklin. Franklin. Path. Path, could she finish this off? Not yet. Still 1-0. Mara. She felt that. It's out for a throw-in. Mara is on her haunches. We're going to have a change. Gemma Murphy-Waters comes on. And that's the end of Kaylee Dawson's campaign. Meanwhile, Olivia Mara is trying to stretch out that hamstring. Going to wait. We might get another change here. Slack Smith is up on her feet now. I'm going to pose a question of whether this counts as two distinct substitution windows, but that would be a rather theoretical question because they've only got two substitutes anyway. And there's hardly any danger of exceeding the three windows. It's an interesting one for someone to consider later on. Fab or wherever. So Olivia Mara's day is done as well. Slack Smith will go on eventually. So we're now in the hands of the officials as to how much time we have left. Whatever it is, it's not going to feel like very long for the Rangers. Skewed off the boot of Moran. Slack-Smith. Slack-Smith and Murphy Waters are up front. Day. Stockham has got him behind the back four. Flag stays down. Stockham pulls the shot wide. Chad Ballard trying to get free on a left. It's 1 minute of stoppage time burnt for Macleay Valley. 1 minute of stoppage time seen off from the perspective of Lake Cat-Eye. They were tantalisingly close now to being crowned women's champions in the inaugural UNE Regional Super League. Moran has returned to that back four. She's been everywhere of late. Morn to Ballard. What can Ballard fashion here? She's got around one into the area and chips it over. I think it was a shot. It was across the face. And it's out for goal kick. Don't think Finlay Harry will be in any great rush to get this back in play. We've gone through the 2nd minute of stoppage time. Had a goal, a drinks break, an injury combined with a couple of subs. Probably won't be too much. Stockham. Day, but the challenge flies in from Brown. Day cleared by Rouge. And then pumped back in by Spurgeon. And out comes Harry. And the cheer goes up because that might have been the last big opportunity for the Macleay Valley Rangers. Harry bombs it long. Spurgeon. Moran. Marks long. Murphy Waters gives chase. Kira Morn's able to prod it out to Lisa Marie Morn. Murphy Waters has won it back. He goes square to Slack-Smith. Tries to play the 1-2 and has got it through to her. Lost it now, but Rangers are hemmed in at the wrong end. Spurgeon clears it down to the area. Shelby Coleman. Franklin, shot blocked. Ballard just tries to try and send Stockham on a run. Harry's able to wait for it, to roll into a penalty area. Love that one. We're well into the 4th minute of time added now. And that's all we'll have, and Lake Cat-Eye are the champions. They've done it by the barest of margins, but they have done it. They will go down as the first ever women's champions in the UNE Regional Super League. So the final score here in the women's grand final at Scully Park, Lake Cat-Eye FC, Macleay Valley Rangers 0. Goal of the game coming from a 60th minute penalty to Evie Bobolak. So we'll take a break in commentary from now, but we will have the presentation coming up shortly, and then at 6 p.m. the men's final, the Northern Storm versus the Port Saints. For now, women's final score, Lake Cat-Eye FC 1, Macleay Valley Rangers 0.
Good afternoon and thank you for your attendance here today for the inaugural UNE North New South Wales Regional Super League Women's Grand Final. Congratulations to Lake Caddo FC, commiserations to Macleay Valley Rangers, but thank you for both putting on such an incredible spectacle for us this afternoon. My name is Andrew Parkinson, I'm the General Manager of Communications, Media and Marketing at Northern New South Wales Football. I'm your MC this afternoon. I'm joined on the pitch by Northern New South Wales Football Director Lisa Evans, General Manager of Football for Mid North Coast Philip Andrews, and Northern New South Wales CEO Peter Haynes. Firstly, we'd like to acknowledge the Kamilaroi Gomeroi people, the traditional owners of the land on which we meet today, and pay our respect to their elders, past, present and emerging. I'd like to acknowledge our match officials for their contribution to the match today. I'd like to invite Northern New South Wales Football Director Lisa Evans to step forward and present our match officials with their medals, starting with assistant referees Aidan Laird and Stephen Gay, and our referee Drew Silver. Thank you guys once again to all our match officials for their hard work. It's always difficult to lose the final, especially with the stakes on the line today, but Macleay Valley Rangers can be very proud of their effort today. I'd like to invite Rangers captain Kirsten Moran to come up and quickly say a few words.
Thank you all for coming out. Thank you to our supporters that travelled all the way out. Thank you to the referees. Fantastic. Well done, Caddo. It's a great game. And yeah, he's played well. It's a crap way to go down by a pen, but that's the way the game rolls. Big ups to the girls. We've had a hard year. 7 games under our belts. We've come out with 11. We've got injuries galore. And yeah, we've just gone down with class and dignity and done the club proud, and that's all we can ask. So, see you guys. And shout out to Mickey Boyd. We're your #1 fans. Woo!
Thanks guys. I'd now like to invite Northern New South Wales Football CEO Peter Haynes to present the runners-up medals, starting with from the Macleay Valley Rangers, Heidi Campbell, Shelby Coleman, Madison Stockman, Shannon Day, Lisa Marie Moore, Kira Moore, Rory Ballard, Isabella Stratton, Elise Burgeon, Charlie Holman, and Kirsten Moran. Emma Tamlin, Courtney Moore, and Mick Day. I'd now like to invite Football Mid North Coast General Manager Philip Andrews to help us present the Player of the Match medal. And the player of the match for the inaugural UNE Northern New South Wales Regional Super League Women's Grand Final is Michaela Elford from Lake Caddo FC. Thank you, Phil, and congratulations to Michaela. Winning a grand final is always a significant achievement, and I'd like to call on Northern New South Wales Football Director Lisa Evans to help us present the winners' medals. But firstly, I'd like to invite the captain of Lake Cat FC, Olivia Mara, to first come forward and collect her medal and say a few words.
Thank you. Okay, firstly, I'd like to thank Northern New South Wales and the match officials for making this possible. So, thank you so much for letting us play today and having a really good match. So, thank you. Secondly, thank you, NBR. You guys are a really good team to verse. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get to verse you much this year, but it's been a good game each time. So, thank you. And thank you to... No, I'm saying it. Yeah. And next of all, my girls and Craig and the club. Thank you to the boys who travelled to watch us today as well. I love you all so much. And yeah, thank you. And love you, Craig, so much. And happy birthday! Let's go!
Thank you, Olivia. We'll now call out the rest of the players and the officials to receive their medals, starting with Finlay Harry, Edie Bowler, Asher Pack, Natasha Rouge, Indiana Hadisti, Lauren Brown, Michaela Elford, Hayley Crowley, Hayley Dawson, Emily Franklin, Nate Slack Smith, Gemma Murphy Waters, Craig Palmer, Chelsea Hall, Emily Newitt, Lachlan Watson, and Olivia Mara. I'd like to invite Olivia back to get the trophy from Lisa Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, your inaugural UNE Northern New South Wales Regional Super League Women's Champions, Lake Cat FC.